Prayer is in itself is a praxis that actually is missing a huge um, component of itself, which is sacrifice. Because in sacrifice, because we are so somatic in our perception in many ways, I'm not thinking about now the imagery of slaughtering animals, but I'm thinking about the fact that you put your hand, meaning the consciousness or the will to receive, upon the, I would say, the beast part of yourself. And I'm using the word beast because of the wild desire, untamed desire that lives within it. So it is like I'm saying, I can see that this is part of me. It's like I'm taking it back into the first creation of living soul and the creation of Adam, and I unite them. This was sacrifice. And since we don't have it, because we don't have it not because of now we need to cry because we lost the temple and the praxis. We lost the praxis because it became irrelevant to the purpose and the meaning of it. So within a true prayer of today, we need to include it in our consciousness. And the way we include it is that the condition to enter a prayer is to put oneself on trial. And to put oneself on trial is actually to enter a state in which you can perceive your, let's say, I would say, animalistic part and human part, and the way that you need to put them together, and you put it into a trial, meaning you try to be honest and clear about the parts in yourself that actually are not recruited, are not in agreement to let's say, to the spirit part or to the Adam part in yourself. Okay, so this was in a way, this is a preparation of prayer, and this is what it suggests, that to pray is actually to put upon oneself that state of recognition and admission. Then you can say, there is the personal aspect in which I'm trying to recruit parts in myself so they can belong to be part or to be an organ of the body of the spirits. Okay, and within it, I'm saying this is what I'm missing, and without the help of the higher, it's impossible. So actually, I'm asking the higher to help me to be a place for itself, for its intention or for his intention. But it's not general. It's very personal because it's according to what I've been able to discover that is unwilling in myself. And more than that, within that process, I discover that actually what allows this consciousness is the way that the light shines upon me. I just allow it to be, I allow myself to be in conversation with that, meaning to recognize it. And the way it appears in me is the failure to be Adam. Okay? So a process of prayer is not one column, it's three columns, actually. But it has this missing part in it, which is very important, which is to do with what actually, which is called sacrifice, but in Hebrew, the meaning of it, how will I be able to approach? What what allow, or what is in the higher which allows me to draw nearer to it? That's a sacrifice. So it's sort of an inner negotiation before I start. It's very much to do with the connection of Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippurim. So in Rosh Hashanah you have some sort of custom of which is called tashlich. You know what it is? Yeah. And in Yom Kippurim we have, and this is more, it's more personal. Yeah, you go to a place of water, to a place that sort of symbolize the purification, the ability to, and you empty your pockets. Yeah, what it means, pockets is a symbol of a will to receive. Okay, and you feed something. You feed a different life, if you like. Okay, but then this is personal because you're saying you put it in a body. Water is one body, definitely on this planet, because it connects everything. Yeah. So this is why water is Torah, and this is why water is grace, because it's a body of connection. Okay. So I throw it into feeding grace, feeding connection. Then on Yom Kippurim, there is Seir Lazazel, which I'm taking some sort of a male goat, and I'm sending it to the desert, but it's for the whole community. So it's a tashlich for the whole community, because we throw it to feed, actually, the will to receive, the dominion, or the power that actually has control over the will to receive to oneself. So we break it, we smash it, but in a way we feed it, so it will not disappear. Because as well, tashlich, it does not disappear; it feeds something else. Okay, so now this brings us back into prayer. So in that respect, I need to the admission that opens my willingness to stand trial is actually the only permission that we can have to prayer. So it has to do with admission first, and with standing there on the pulpit, if you like, and saying, yes, I can see those desires that are unwilling, and more than unwilling, resisting, and actually sort of defying the possibility of sort of surrendering to something higher. And they are specific and personal. Okay.
It's incredible how this resonates with me. One of my major fears, almost phobia, is standing trial against myself. And it feels like this is exactly what I need to do on a more spiritual level. So it's interesting.
But you see, it's a good day to do it, because the judge in yourself is very lenient in Yom Kippurim.
Mhm.
Because
Wow.
yeah,
Mhm.
you can, because you have, on Yom Kippurim, we are allowed to have the bigger picture and the need for your particular struggle or which, let's say in corporeal level, you call it phobia.